Hello everybody and welcome back to my series on documenting my attempts to become a pro aquascaper. We are on episode number 2, trying attempt number 2, 2.5 depending how you count the last attempt, where I'm going to document my attempts to try lots of different styles of aquascaping, seeing which ones suit me, which ones I'm good at, which ones I can get better at, and see where it leads. Now, admittedly, I'm not a professional aquascaper. We haven't really defined what a professional aquascaper is yet, but what I've been doing is trying different styles and hoping that I can find something that inspires, that I like, I enjoy, I can practice and get good at. This is not something I have an innate ability to do, so it's something that I'm going to have to practice at to get better. So I'm opening it up to you guys to give me some feedback on how you think I'm doing. Today we're going to try a bit of a nature style aquarium, so without further ado we'll just jump into it. So, started by collecting my materials like I would do with any other one and having a bit of a play around. I did have a play around first before I started moving into the tank, but I think it does help to just try it in the tank as well. I've used my go-to substrate, which is my old tanks, just saved it up and put it back together. Here I've just done a little bit of gluing for the rocks because I know they'll float because they have been dry for quite a while, so if I don't glue them to the rocks they will just float away and destroy everything, so we want to avoid that. That's the final form of the hardscape that I've kind of landed on. What I've done is just moved it into position because I believe that the actual position that you're going to be viewing the tank from plays a big role in it. So I had it sat down here on the thing that I was using to sort it all out and looked at it for a long time, but felt very different to what I think that's up there. So I've had it up there for an hour, just trying to kind of catch it off guard, sneak up on the tank, you know. And I think I prefer this. So I've taken out a rock. I wanted to think about maybe adding a few extra pieces of wood in there, but I thought more like the little wispy ones, but the bits that I've got are just, they're not quite the right colour. So I think I'm going to use planting to cover up a lot of the bits that I'm a bit not upset with, just not quite happy with. So planting is next. And for planting I've used a lot of the in vitro plants, so these are ones that are available on my website, quick plug. But I've used the narrow leaf Java fern as the kind of central bulkiest plant, and then I've gone for a bit of a carpet with Monte Carlo, which is one I've used before but never really done successfully, so this is a little bit of a challenge for me. I wanted to challenge myself, so I've tried things that are a little bit trickier. I'm trying some red plants as well, so I've got a few different colours and a few different textures. This will run CO2, this tank, so again it's taken an extra step up of a little bit more challenging plants with a little bit of a different approach to how I would normally plant things out. There is an element of this is going to take a while to fill out, so it's not going to be an instant hit, so there will be some patience involved, but we'll see how we get on. I have a little bit of a confession to make. It has been several days since that last shot that you saw was filmed, because this lovely aquarium, which regular viewers might notice as the one I tried to make my first aquascape with, where the bottom of it broke, I resealed it, put in a new bottom, leak tested it for almost 2 weeks. It was absolutely fine. As soon as I filled this one, we got a drip out of this corner. 2 weeks! Absolutely fine. Then this stupid little corner started leaking water coming out of everything. So I had to step back for a little while. It was all I could do not to take a hammer to this and just smash it to smithereens. But there were a lot of plants in here by this point and I didn't want to waste them. So I drained it down again, applied even more liberally applied the silicone. It is now holding water. I mean, it was only just dripping. But oh my god, I was pissed off. I would have just scrapped it, but I'd gone to the trouble of planting everything. The Monte Carlo takes forever, it takes even longer than the hairgrass. Again, just to be completely honest, everything you saw me super gluing there, all the rocks to the wood, I knew the rocks would float if I didn't super glue them because they'd been dry for quite a while, all floated straight away. So I don't know if I was using the wrong kind of super glue. It was a new super glue I've never used before. I don't know if it was just a different thing. So yeah, I was ready for just using my head to smash it to pieces because I was not in a happy place at that point. This whole aquascaping thing is meant to be about zen and having calm and balance and but all it's made me want to do is hit things with hammers so far. So mostly because of this stupid tank, which will be going in a skip when this all... The aquascaping part of it is fine. The tank I'm choosing to do it in is less fine. So that's on me, that's fine. But we're now back up and running. It has been running without leak for a while now, so fingers crossed. It did actually give me a chance, I mean, I'm trying to find some positives in this. It did actually give me a chance to go in and redo all the super gluing and tying things down. I changed the layout ever so slightly. I've got this kind of central mass of logs. I really like the way the logs are going and pointing. They're drawing the eye. They're doing that nice rule of thirds thing where all the focal points are in the right places. And I've used some of the Taiwan moss to kind of cover the joins between separate pieces of wood to make it look like it's just one big root system. And I really like how that's worked out, so I'm pleased with the result that we've ended up with. Obviously it can't be judged now because a lot of the plants that we've used at the back are things like the Singapore red rotala, and things are tiny. They're only that yay big, so you can't see them at the moment, but they will grow in and provide a background over the back. And there's some of the larger, not the crypts, insert name of plant I can't remember here, will again grow up a little bit bushier there and provide some layers and steps of different colours and textures, which hopefully in 3 months' time, if I haven't taken a hammer to this, you will be able to see. So click that subscribe button so you can come back and check it out at that time. But the Monte Carlo, that's fine. I've put that... It's my CO2 exploding. It's one of those days. The Monte Carlo is fine. I've tried to use that in the past and not had great success. Someone told me to plant it in bigger clumps, so I've done that, but I love planting Monte Carlo as much as I love planting dwarf hairgrass. It is not a fun thing to do, but happy with the look. So I've got 3 different plants providing the colour. We've got the flamingo crypts, which you can see dotted around the front. Again, these were all in vitro plants, so they start off quite small. And then towards the back, we've got the Alternandarna, or however you say it, and the Singapore blood red rotala, which you just can't see at the moment because they've not grown in. So there's plenty of space for them to grow in, but it's just not there yet. So this is hopefully an image that will look very different in future and give lots of steps between layers, both of texture and colour. So a little bit of reddy pink at the front, hopefully some shades of green through to red at the back again. The gloss, the Monte Carlo hopefully will grow in and carpet down the bottom, but I've used a lot of gravel as well as sand just to give it a little bit more natural look in the time being. And I've got a Madagascar lace at the back, which you can just about see, which is going to provide a little bit of difference, maybe in the short term. That might not be one that stays there a long time, because once the others grow in, that will probably get out-competed, and I don't want to lose that plant. But it just gives a bit of something at the back at the moment. I really like it. I like what it's ended up with. I don't like the process. I have not enjoyed this, but it's not because of aquascaping per se, it's because of tanks and poor tanks. If this had gone swimmingly, if I was a normal person and just had this on a nice stand and had done my thing and left it, then I'd been much happier with it. I do like the layout, I do like the look. It's got a vision that hasn't happened yet, so there's an element of waiting, which is hard for an impatient person. But I'm hopeful that it'll get there. I've got some trials and tribulations with my CO2 that you might have heard me mention earlier, so I've got that to sort out. But again, I might swap the light because it's not a particularly great light. I mean, it's good enough, it's providing light, but it's not fantastic for what some of these red plants might actually require to get the best out of them, so we might swap that out at some point. But yeah, I think I'm happy with the layout, I'm happy with the look. I think it looks natural, and that's what I was going for. Nature aquarium looks natural. I'm well aware that I have mixed plants from all over the world, and this is not in any way something you would find in nature, but I like the look of what I've got in my little glass box, my little slice of nature. So now it's up to you to tell me what you think. So get in the comments and tell me. While you're typing away, I will remind you that I'm very close to, may even, depending when this video comes out, be over the 100,000 subscriber mark. So there'll be still some of you who haven't clicked that button. If you go and click that button, you could be with a chance of winning my 100,000 subscriber giveaway. I almost said £100,000 giveaway. That's not a thing. My 100,000 subscriber giveaway, which is a Fluval Flex 2.0, an all-in-one aquarium, fantastic thing. You might have seen my earlier video about it. So you can win one of those fantastic Fluval Flex 2.0s if you meet my 4 criteria, which is live in the UK and want one, be a subscriber, so click that subscribe button, follow me on Instagram, I will check, and join us on the next live stream after I get over that line of 100,000 subscribers. We'll be doing the giveaway of the Fluval Flex 2.0 as well as loads of other things on the live stream. Friday nights 9 PM every Friday I do a live stream. The one just after I get over 100,000 is going to be the big giveaway one, so come and join me there. Come and join them anyway, they can be fun. There concludes episode 2. I'm going to just give it a little bit longer to make sure it's not going to leak anymore before I think about adding livestock. I have had some ideas, but if you have any ideas, let me know what you think would work in there. Mine were some of my tiger endlers, my El Tigre endlers rather, and maybe some cherry shrimp to make look good in a tank that size, or possibly some long fin cherry barbs. Don't know, that's what I was thinking. Also, let me know in the comments what you think I should try next. Is there another style we should try? I have other aquariums that we can work on, hopefully ones that hold the water a bit better, but you know, it is what it is. Or conversely, should I just give up now? Clearly this isn't for me. That might be the easiest way to do it. Either way, thank you for coming with me anyway. Thank you for sharing my pain, and we'll see you in the live stream, and if not in the live stream, on the next video. Thank you very much. Bye!